Your self-perceptions shape the course of your life, steering it according to the law of assumption.
Simply put, your persistent assumptions materialize in your life. For instance, if you fundamentally believe you don't merit substantial wealth and lack the worthiness of a generous income, your life will present continual financial challenges. You'll find yourself toiling hard for meager returns. Similarly, if self-love is absent, the assumption that you're unlovable prevails, and the law of assumption ensures a distance from genuine love and meaningful relationships. Neville Goddard elucidated this concept almost a century ago. The crux of the law lies in its natural unfolding. It operates so seamlessly that the outcomes seem predestined. This illusion is among the profound insights Goddard emphasized. Your assumptions seamlessly materialize in the world, often mistaken as mere coincidences. The series of events that appear to bring about an assumption only serve as a veil, obscuring the true cause, the assumptions themselves.
Consider a man adored by many women or a wealthy individual. Observers attribute their success to looks, money, or charm, rarely recognizing that assumptions play a pivotal role. Applying this law can profoundly transform your life, to the extent that you may lose sight of the actual cause. Credits are often given to the external events that seemingly led to fulfillment, perpetuating the illusion. To wield this law effectively, it necessitates awareness of your assumptions and thoughts. Without this awareness, the natural flow of life dictated by the law of assumption persists, shaping your reality without your conscious influence. Consider the scenario where you find it challenging to cease the constant stream of thoughts and judgments throughout your day. It seems inevitable, doesn't it? Consequently, you persist in making assumptions all day long, and this persistent assumption becomes the architect of the quality of your thoughts, shaping the days that lie ahead. This phenomenon elucidates why, when an individual finds themselves in a deteriorating state of mind, the situation tends to worsen for them. This is primarily because they are inclined to assume the worst, anticipating a bleak future. Conversely, adopting a mindset of optimism, assuming positive outcomes, and embracing your desires with a sense of worthiness can yield favorable results. It's crucial to acknowledge that this law of assumption is relentless and cannot be paused or evaded. As long as thoughts persist, so does the influence of this law. Therefore, instead of futile attempts to halt its operation, why not harness it judiciously? A cautionary note: when you successfully apply this law and achieve remarkable outcomes, don't be surprised if others attribute your success to mere luck. They might argue that it would have happened anyway, citing subsequent events that followed your positive assumptions. Yet, deep down, only you are aware that your assumptions triggered these transformations. This awareness might be fleeting, as the changes brought about by the law of assumption occur so seamlessly and naturally that you may revert to your previous skepticism, asserting that the positive outcomes would have occurred regardless. However, the truth is that altering your assumptions about life is the catalyst for life reflecting those changes back to you. It's akin to the metamorphosis of a person with substantial wealth compared to one without. To experience wealth through the law of assumption, a profound transformation is required. As you undergo this transformation, becoming a new version of yourself, you might be inclined to dismiss it, attributing it to an inevitable progression. Hence, a word of caution is warranted. Stay vigilant, as slipping back into old thinking habits can lead to the misuse of this law, manifesting undesirable outcomes in your life. You must adhere to this law without cessation. Therefore, make use of it. Here are practical steps for you to implement the law. 1. Clearly define your desires. Confusion during this process will only manifest as confusion. 2. Enter a relaxed and passive state, commonly known as the alpha state in scientific terms, or a sleepy meditative state. Lie down and achieve maximum relaxation.
3. Envision a scene that signifies the fulfillment of your desire, creating a brief 10 to 20-second clip in the first person. For instance, if your desire is wealth, Imagine a dear person congratulating you warmly or expressing genuine happiness for your prosperity.
4. Immerse yourself in the scene, making it as vivid and real as possible in your mind. Feel the emotions as though the scenario is unfolding at this very moment. 5. Continue to repeat the scene until it feels as if it is happening in the present. Allow yourself to fall asleep in this satisfied state. 6. Ideally, practice this technique 30 minutes before bedtime to seamlessly transition into a state of wish fulfillment as you drift off to sleep. If successful in impressing your subconscious mind through this method, you will awaken the next morning feeling completely fulfilled, as if your desires have already been realized.
You've achieved your longing, and now the hunger will find satisfaction if you choose to replay the experience. You can repeat it as often as you desire or allow contentment to settle and initiate a sequence of events guiding you toward the realization of your aspiration. A word of caution. Your transformation depends on the magnitude of your desire. Seeking millions. You'll attain them, but not as your current self. You'll evolve into a person for whom possessing millions is natural.
This is the essence of how this law operates. The imaginal act method is optional. Instead, you can affirm your new assumption regularly. For instance, affirming a luxurious, steady, and dependable income from doing what you love effortlessly resulted in a tenfold increase in my earnings. Similarly, affirming the presence of the desired person in your life can materialize. The technique is flexible. You can choose any method or none at all. The key is to be conscious of your assumptions, alter them according to your desires, and steadfastly adhere to them. Persistence in the new assumptions brings about personal and, consequently, reality transformation. A reminder: exercise caution in your assumptions, as the law is impartial and can manifest both positive and negative outcomes. Be mindful of your declarations. If you persist, they will materialize, and you, along with your reality, will change. Choose your desires wisely. For instance, instead of a generic wish for millions, specify a desire for a lavish income derived from doing what you love. This specificity matters, as the law fulfills your wishes, potentially leading to unexpected consequences. Finally, be selective in your focus. Avoid dwelling on unlovely aspects and disregard useless news and drama, as they influence your assumptions and manifest in your life. You cannot avoid applying this law, so you might as well use it to shape a fulfilling and extraordinary life.